Hello and welcome. My name is Carl Leduc, and I'm on a journey to discover how ideas shape our world. So today in this video, I invite you on an exploration into what is probably one of the most provocative and misunderstood philosophies of the 20th and 21st centuries, Objectivism, developed by the American philosopher and novelist Ayn Rand. So why did I decide to make this video? Well, in the spirit of Objectivism, my reasons are unabashedly selfish. Firstly, my quest is one of understanding. I want to truly understand Objectivism, and I want to be better at applying its principles to my own life. So, in a way, you can say this video is sort of like my vessel to navigate the depth of this philosophy, to grasp its essence on a deeper level, and in doing so, enhance my ability to articulate and share its powerful insights with others. Secondly, and perhaps more ambitiously, this quest of mine is driven by a desire to improve the state of our world. Yes, I know it's a grand claim, but one rooted in the transformative power I believe Objectivism holds. By championing reason, individualism, and the pursuit of one's own happiness as moral imperatives, Objectivism offers a blueprint for a society where individuals can truly thrive. It's a philosophy that not only celebrates the potential of the individual, but also shows us a path towards a more rational and prosperous world. So this video is my attempt to spark something inside of you, and by doing so, contribute to the betterment of this amazing world that I live in. Let me share a bit about my own discovery of Ayn Rand's ideas. I think it's important for you to know how I came across her work and why it resonated with me. This brief personal story is a way to make our exploration a little more relatable, showing that it's not just abstract philosophy, it's about genuine and deep insights that can trigger profound changes in one's life.
Looking back at my earlier years, I see now that I was always seeking truth, certainty, and a moral compass, even though I couldn't fully grasp or express those needs in those terms at the time. This journey wasn't easy or straightforward, but it was this relentless search, undefined yet persistent, that ultimately led me to discover Ayn Rand and her philosophy. Growing up, my quest for truth and certainty was first shaped by the teachings of religion. I was taught that faith and obedience to God was the key to understanding our world. Yet, the more I learned about it, the less it made sense to me. The idea of accepting truths without evidence just felt wrong, like trying to navigate through darkness without a light. In my teenage years, I sort of rebelled and moved away from religion. I encountered new philosophies, such as Nietzsche's, that promised freedom from the constraints of traditional morality, but it left me feeling adrift. Nietzsche challenged everything, yet provided no solid ground to stand on. I was in essence rejecting one form of uncertainty, only to embrace another. At university, things took a turn for the worst, and my confusion only deepened. Professors taught us that things such as certainty, truth, good and evil were all just illusions, that they didn't really exist. That was a really harsh blow to me. The idea that truth and certainty were perhaps impossible pushed me into a painful existential crisis that lasted years.
It was amidst this confusion that I stumbled upon Ayn Rand's philosophy, which became a lifeline. Her clear, rational approach to life's big questions, emphasizing reason, individualism, and personal happiness, offered the direction I had been searching for. Rand's philosophy didn't just enlighten me, it provided a compass for navigating my life on Earth. Discovering Objectivism felt like finding a missing piece, and I'm eager to share this philosophy with you. Together, we'll explore its core ideas and how it addresses the questions that once puzzled me. My hope is that this video will not only provide you with insights and answers, but also impact your life as deeply as it has mine.
This video is structured into multiple segments, each designed to explore the various aspects of Objectivism and the brilliant mind that conceived it. We'll start by asking, who was Ayn Rand? This introductory segment provides a brief overview of Rand's life and the seminal works that established her as a major figure in philosophy. Our aim here is to sketch a foundational outline of her journey, setting the stage for the ideas that follow. Next, we'll tackle the questions, what is philosophy and why it matters? This essential segment lays the groundwork for our exploration by emphasizing the critical role of philosophy in shaping our thoughts, societies, and personal lives. We'll arm ourselves with a solid understanding of philosophy's significance, readying us to dive into the core principles of objectivism with a clear perspective.
With this foundation in place, we'll then be ready to explore objectivism and its 5 core branches, namely metaphysics, epistemology, ethics, politics, and finally aesthetics. With the scene set and our journey mapped out, let's begin this exploration of objectivism together. By dissecting its core branches and understanding its principles, we will not only uncover Ayn Rand's vision, but also connect with deeper truths about our own lives. This video is more than a study. It's an invitation to discover, challenge, and perhaps even transform. So let's dive in and see where this journey takes us.
Born in 1905 in St. Petersburg, then the capital of the Russian Empire, Ayn Rand experienced firsthand the horrors of the Bolshevik Revolution. This pivotal event would profoundly shape her strong opposition to collectivism and authoritarianism throughout her life and career. Fleeing to the United States in 1926, she set out to bring her vision to the world, one where individual freedom and reason are paramount. Rand's journey in America began with struggles, working odd jobs in Hollywood and gradually making her way into writing screenplays and novels. In 1936, Rand published her first significant work, We the Living, a novel that offered a grim depiction of life under Soviet rule, drawn from her own experiences. However, it was The Fountainhead in 1943 that catapulted her to fame, introducing the world to Howard Roark, an architect embodying Rand's ideal of an uncompromising individualist. Rand's magnum opus, Atlas Shrugged, was published in 1957, showing us what happens when the world's creators and innovators mysteriously vanish. This novel presented her philosophy of objectivism in full, articulating the virtues of rational self-interest and the moral basis for capitalism. Following its publication, Rand dedicated herself to philosophical writing, lecturing, and developing objectivism through works like The Virtue of Selfishness and Capitalism, the Unknown Ideal. Rand's influence extended beyond literature, inspiring political movements and individualists worldwide. Her work remains a testament to the power of ideas and the unyielding spirit of the individual. Ayn Rand passed away in 1983, but her legacy endures, compelling us to reevaluate our premises about society, ethics, and the role of the individual.
As we explore objectivism, let's keep in mind the remarkable journey of its founder. Her life was a testament to the philosophy she advocated, one of resilience, reason, and the pursuit of one's own happiness. Before beginning our exploration of objectivism, we need to answer 2 essential questions. What is philosophy and why it matters? Philosophy is the discipline that studies the fundamental nature of existence, the essence and purpose of human life, and the intricate relationship between human beings and the reality they inhabit. It aims to establish a comprehensive framework through which individuals can interpret the world and make informed decisions about their lives. Philosophy seeks to answer profound questions such as, what is the nature of existence and consciousness? What and how can we truly know? What is good and what is evil? What is the best form of government? What constitutes beauty? We all operate according to a philosophy, whether we are conscious of it or not. Understanding this is essential for living a purposeful and meaningful life. Recognizing and articulating your philosophical principles is the foundation of integrity and self-esteem. It is the compass by which you navigate the complexities of existence, the standard by which you judge your actions and the actions of others, and the blueprint for achieving your values and goals. Without this self-awareness, individuals drift aimlessly, influenced by the whims of society, the pressures of the moment, and the unexamined beliefs they've absorbed from their surroundings. They become susceptible to contradictions, conflicts, and disappointments because their actions are not aligned with a consciously chosen set of principles. While, on the contrary, knowing your philosophy empowers you to live with purpose, to make decisions with confidence, and to pursue your happiness with a clear vision. This understanding elevates your existence from just a series of random events to a deliberate journey towards achieving your personal values. It transforms your life into a work of art, where every choice you make is like a brushstroke on the canvas of your existence, contributing to the masterpiece that is your life. Thus, acknowledging and embracing your philosophical principles is not just important, it is the very essence of living a life that is truly yours, marked by achievement, fulfillment, and happiness. Philosophy is at the root of all our political, social, and economic issues. Like many of you, when I look around, I see a world in turmoil. The erosion of our individual rights and freedoms is alarmingly evident with the relentless expansion of state control over our lives, fueled by the rise of authoritarianism and populism, and this all in the name of an undefined yet unchallenged greater good. If we look at the economy for a moment, despite superficial appearances, stagnation and decline are now the norm, as regulation, taxation, and an ever-expanding welfare state are draining vitality from the economy. The pervasiveness of cronyism and corporate welfare is distorting market dynamics and benefiting the well-connected at the expense of the hard-working individuals without political pull. All this, combined with the devaluation of currencies by the central banks, exacerbate these problems by inflating the price of just about everything. Centralized control over economic affairs is limiting entrepreneurial initiatives and hampering wealth creation, leading to stagnation and dependency, rather than fostering growth and innovation. As a result, the driving forces of progress and prosperity, namely innovation and entrepreneurship, are stifled, resulting in fewer opportunities and a general sense of malaise among the populace. The dream of improving one's life through hard work and ingenuity seems increasingly out of reach, as the rewards of success are penalized and redistributed. Essentially, it appears that the American dream has died. If we look at our society, its fabric is unraveling quickly, as individualism is replaced by an obsessive fixation on collective identities of all types, such as race, class, gender, sexual orientation, or political beliefs, which fosters division and resentment. We see a universal shift towards evaluating individuals not by their own merit, but by the group to which they are perceived to belong. The principle of shared success and mutual respect is giving way to a battleground of competing interests and pressure groups, each fighting for greater access to the government's purse and the levers of power. This fracturing along ideological lines is eroding trust and social cohesion. The noble idea of achieving success through merit and effort is being overshadowed by a culture of entitlement, where success is viewed with suspicion or outright hostility. The general feeling is that wealth is gained through dishonesty rather than hard work and innovation. Successful businessmen who have made significant contribution to our world, transforming industries and improving our lives, are condemned rather than celebrated for their achievements. Culturally, we can see a general loss of optimism and a sense of resignation. The pioneering spirit that once propelled humanity to great achievements is suppressed by a pervasive sense of limitation and constraint. As individual aspirations are being limited by the omnipresent state, the dynamism that characterized human progress is fading away. In the artistic scene, paint splattered randomly on canvases is lauded as high art, while our public squares are cluttered with sculptures that, on the rare occasion they resemble anything discernible, distort the human form beyond recognition. In music, sound lacking both melody and rhythm are celebrated as the peak of musical innovation. Internationally,
the rejection of free market principles is leading to diminished global trade and cooperation, as protectionism and economic nationalism are on the rise. This is not only exacerbating economic difficulties, but is also heightening geopolitical tensions as countries turn inward, viewing each other more as rivals than as partners. The global order is becoming increasingly fractured, leading to a world that is less safe, less prosperous, and less free. Wars and conflicts fueled by religious and nationalist fanatism are raging on and tearing apart entire nations, resulting in a world plagued by violence and instability. I could go on, but I think you get the point. The world is a mess. Now, have you ever stopped to wonder why? Why, despite all our remarkable advancements and achievements in science and technology, do we find ourselves in such a predicament? Well, the answer lies in philosophy. Yes, philosophy, the underlying principles and values that guide our decisions, shape our cultures, and our politics. You see, as you may have heard before, politics is downstream from culture, but more importantly, culture is downstream from philosophy. This means that the dominant philosophical ideas in a society not only shape its political and economic structures, but also influence the behaviors, conflicts, achievements, and triumphs of the individuals within it. Thus, philosophy stands at the heart of our current predicament. The chaos we witness is the result of inherently flawed philosophical ideas. Typically, ideas born in academic institutions make their way through the culture, ultimately converge in the political arena, shaping our societies. Much like the beginning of a stream in the mountain, philosophical thought often finds its sources within the walls of universities and academic institutions. Here, philosophers and academics contemplate life's big questions, developing theories that explore ethics, reality, and our place in the world. These ideas are shared through lectures, publications, and the media, reaching a broader audience of students and the intellectually curious. As these philosophical concepts flow outward, they are embraced by cultural thought leaders, writers, journalists, artists, and public intellectuals acting as tributaries, channeling these ideas into the broader current of our culture. Through novels, films, and art, these abstract philosophical concepts are transformed into accessible narratives. Much like streams merging into a river, becoming part of a larger, more powerful flow that reaches the wider public. Guided by the cultural currents that flow from philosophy, politics becomes the delta where these streams converge. Public sentiment, shaped by cultural norms and values, informs the decisions of politicians and political parties, who in turn craft laws and initiatives that mirror the society's philosophical foundations and the dominant ideas. So is there a way to improve the state of our world? Well, if we acknowledge that the root of our problem is philosophical, then the solution must necessarily also be philosophical. This is where Ayn Rand and Objectivism come into play. Rand offers a solution, a comprehensive philosophy, advocating reason, individualism, and freedom, inviting us to reconsider our values, principles, and the very foundation of our society. Whether you're a seasoned philosopher or simply curious about how ideas can shape a better future, I invite you to join me in uncovering the transformative power of Objectivism. Together, let's explore how changing our philosophy might just be the key to changing our world. Let's begin our exploration of Objectivism by diving into the first of its 5 core branches, Metaphysics.